World number one, Scottie Scheffler, finishes one shot back. Mark, how do you like how Scheffler's game is rounding into form as he tries to defend his title at Augusta National next week?
Everyone should be scared. I've suggested for about 8 months now he is going to be the fourth player in history to win back-to-back green jackets. I firmly believe that. Um, Strokes gained putting was off the charts. He was putted so well this week. He had the 1 day of negative strokes gain on the Saturday, which was, really the round of golf that prevented him from winning this championship. He was first in scrambling. He's second in scoring average, guys, on the PGA Tour. He hasn't won yet. He hasn't found his A game. We're not even close to his A game. He brings the A game, if not the A plus game, in a week's time at Augusta. We got to play it, but I'm telling you, I mean, I'm curious as where the odds will be by the time we get to Thursday morning come Masters.
It's crazy how well he has played this season. It doesn't have a win yet thus far in 2025. Bob, how about Rory McIlroy? He's won already twice this season, the T5 last week in Houston. Is this the best you've seen Rory McIlroy play leading into the Masters throughout your time covering him?
I would have to say yes, and I mean, I probably said that in the past over some years because he has come in playing well. But this is the first time he's won twice on the PGA Tour before the Masters. This is the time when I feel his game is the best, well-rounded game right now. He's driving it well, he's putting well. There have been a little highs and lows and blips and stuff at certain rounds and maybe in certain tournaments. But if you look at his overall record, I think he's playing more consistent golf through the bag. He made some changes, as he said after the tournament. He lowered his loft a little bit. He's been working to try and get his wedges dialed in. He seems really driven to be the best performer he can. Not to say that he hasn't always been doing that, but he really seems to be focused on playing some good golf. He's bringing his coach in this week to try and do some work with it. So he's trying not to leave any stone unturned in his approach to trying to finally get this Grand Slam closed in after 11 tries at it.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy and Scottie Scheffler, they're the top two ranked players in the official world golf ranking. Scheffler number one, Rory is number two. But guys, if you had to pick one heading into next week at the Masters, Mark, are you taking Rory or Scottie?
I'm going to go with Scotty, guys. I'm going to stick with my guy who I've been picking again for 8 months to win this thing. And based on his performance in Houston, I got to stick with Scotty. Now, all that being said, I'm also with Bob in the sense that this is likely the best Rory has played coming into a Masters in quite some time, if not ever. In my mind, the three biggest events on the PGA Tour this season have been the Players Championship, Bay Hill, and Pebble Beach. This year, not playing the Genesis at Riviera to me kind of changed that event a little bit. Rory's won two of those big three already this season. I mean, the fifth major is the Players Championship. It's hard to bet against Rory or say you don't like him, but when it's Rory versus Scotty, guys, I'm taking Scotty.
What do you think, Bob? Rory or Scottie?
I think a couple reasons I'm going to go with Rory McIlroy. One is it's really hard to defend your title at Augusta National, as we have seen over the years. It's just not something you can do because you do. I mean, it has been done, obviously, but I think you look back and see how much time it takes away from you. You've got a lot of things to do. You've got the Tuesday dinner. You've got a lot of press conferences. You've got extra things that I think you'll be called on to do. That might take just enough away to allow Rory to play better. He does have to get off to a fast start, Rory McIlroy. We know he's only broken 70 twice, I think it is, in all of his attempts at Augusta National. So, getting off to his average finish after the first round in all his time there is 28th. He can't be 28th this time. It's just too hard to make up ground. But I do think that he's going to come out of the gates flying, and I do think that this will finally be his time.
Oh, it's super exciting, guys. The Masters is next week. I hope we get a really good finish, and I'm sure Scheffler and McIlroy will be a big part of the movie.